Look what we have blooming already. Look at that calendula. Gorgeous. Dandelions intentionally for the pollinators. Daffodils. Tulips. More tulips. More tulips. More tulips. More tulips. And they're growing in my work area, so I need to move them. But aren't they pretty? The cherry trees are really in bloom. Grape hyacinth. Some bicolored white and purple grape hyacinth. Aren't they lovely? And I lost track of what this one is. I want to say it's some kind of pear. But it could be a plum. I don't know. Reba. Do you remember that fruit that you tried or you were talking about? And we kept talking about I only had a few of them. Look how many flowers I have. Lots of flowers all the way down to a branch that's trailing on the ground. So lots of fruit on it this year, I'm hoping. Okay, those are presenting like grape hyacinth, but I'm thinking I have bluebells over here. My neighbors love my dandelions. I'm lying. They don't. They hate my dandelions. No! That whole tree fell over. Oh wait, hold on. I think that's a cherry sucker. I think my husband might have thrown that tree down. Why? It's so beautiful. Okay, but back in that back corner, there's a plum tree right there with flowers. Nice. Jose, why did you put that frame over there? Please remove that. No bueno. But lots of roses that are going to be blooming soon. It's going to be so pretty. This right here is a peach. I've never gotten fruit off of it yet, but it is a resistant variety it's resistant to peach curl. And it's got quite a few flowers on it. So, peaches don't provide a lot of years of fruiting. So, and I do have it in a shady area underneath a cedar. So hopefully it does give me something. That would be nice. I'm allergic, but I want this for my family. This here is my red fleshed apple. It's a type that you actually I can't take cuttings of it because it is basically trademarked. So this kind of can't take it and graft it onto anything, but I think I have enough apple trees anyway, but I should be getting quite a few apples off of this one. Look at that. Beautiful. So much. And everything I planted over here has something edible to it except for my roadies. Pretty much so. I've got like all kinds of roses and autumn olive. And what is this baby? If you recognize this, comment below. What are you? I forget. I planted like 17 fruit trees in this area in like a day. So, and it's been several years. And so there's a lot growing. And it's becoming a food forest for sure. Ignore the English ivy. It's invading from the neighbor's yard. But this was on purpose. And so was this. And so was this. What is it? What did I plant? I know over in this area somewhere I had a popcorn tree. Or a couple popcorn trees. I'm not sure if this is my popcorn tree. And it's still alive. But just not really producing. But popcorn tree is also called Xanthoceras or yellowhorn. It has a small edible nut. And I have another one here. So I think this is the popcorn tree. This is another one. So I'm pretty sure that these dormant looking trees are popcorn or yellowhorn, also called Xanthoceras. That's the genus. But maybe those are not intentional. What are they? Not the English ivy. Those smaller plants. Like these right here. This is what I'm talking about. And this here. What are you? With a leftover stump, I made a little place to sit down and rest. And wherever I can find, I pop in something else. I've got yucca and roses, tiny baby rose. That is a rhodie, which was tiny when I got it. Not tiny now. And then here, I had all kinds of stuff overtaken by weeds, but I've got some rose campion. Got some work to do. This area gets so weedy. Every year or two, I'll mulch it over. That's a Turkish hazelnut in the background there. Somewhere over here, I have seaberry, serviceberry, hawthorns, rugosa rose, autumn olives, and then in those blue things over there we have a bunch of blueberries. This massive beast is rosemary, and I transplanted some twin berries into those pots. That big beautiful plant there is lupin, and I've got behind that red flowering currants. This is right here is a Josie elderberry, or no, Josie lilac. I've got over here gardenia. That's an olive. Red flowering currants. I love seeing the spring flowers blooming. So pretty. So lovely. And those will be blooming soon. Just wait. If you look closely underneath the trees, you might see that they have little babies. This is a red Japanese maple. And I have enough to fill up at least 12 pots. So let's go ahead and get to it. This makes it super convenient having the dish pans, and these are like oversized large. These are actually pretty large containers. Not quite a gallon. I'm not quite sure how big they are, but they are not the size that you get at the Dollar Tree. I ordered these off Amazon. I don't really like them, to be honest, but they'll do the job. They're not sturdy at all, and they fall apart and damage pretty quickly. But I bought them, and I'm going to use them. Okay, nice couple of handfuls of soil in there. And when I got these out of the ground, I just pulled very gently, wiggled it, and then I replaced the soil back into the spot it was in. So it doesn't even look like anything happened to that ground. And I just picked these up because I was like, you know what? They're going to come over there and weed whack. And I don't want these little baby trees to die. So save a life. You know what I mean? So, you know, they're beautiful too. And they would have just gotten mowed over or weed whacked, because that area is very kept up, and they hire landscapers to come in and get rid of anything that looks like it's in the way. So these are going to be saved. Most of them will make it. From my experience, almost all of them will survive as long as I got enough of the root system in there. So the only thing I need to do is these totes these little dish pans don't have drainage holes, and it's been raining a lot. So I can either melt a couple holes on the side. I like to melt it on the side, like maybe about that far, maybe a couple centimeters up off the side, so that it does hold some water, but not much, because I don't want them to dry out. Now this one, give you an example. This one I didn't get a lot of the root. It might still make it, so I'm going to plant it in with another one. And if I give these away or sell them or something, that person could get 2 for 1. And might as well. And the reason why I charge is not necessarily because I want to make money, which is nice too, but it's just to make sure that people actually take care of it. Because my experience is, whenever I've given plants away for free, when I check back, they're like, oh, it didn't make it. But a lot of times, if I charge something, even if it's really a little tiny bit, people tend to take better care. Okay, so that one's good. Now we'll do the next ones. Actually transplanted 14 because I've got one in each of those big containers and one in that little one. And then I've got 2 in that container because of the root system situation. So I've got 4 here, I've got 5 here, and I've got 5 here. So I've got 14 little baby trees. And what did it cost me? Like 5 minutes of my time? That's amazing.